Welcome back. A tiny therapy pig is making a big difference for people experiencing homelessness in D.C. Synergy works with the H3 project at Union Station, helping its team connect with people in the crisis and provide a path toward housing and other very important services. And joining us now in studio this afternoon is the program's founder, Amy Angel, to talk about the work that they're doing and also to talk about the impact that Synergy is having on people in the region. First of all, Amy, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
We're glad to have you. Let's talk a little bit about H3 first before we get into the celebrity here that you're holding. But what does H3 do?
Sure. So the H3 project is a homeless and human trafficking outreach organization, or street outreach. So we're all about, housing. Trust is important in outreach. Housing doesn't begin with paperwork, it begins with a conversation. So to that end, we operate holistically, meaning people where they're at, not where we think they should be on the streets. We do everything from getting vital documents, to enrolling them in SNAP and Medicaid, to getting them employment, to mental health, to detox, everything with that end goal of housing.
I mean, how are you making a difference? Are you making a difference on the street and in D.C.? Talk about that. So
we don't measure success by handing out a sandwich or supplies. It literally is, success is having that connection with someone where we know they're going to pick up the phone next week, they're going to pick up the phone in a month, and hopefully in a year they're going to be housed, and maybe they're even going to be employed and working towards that stability. So we like to think we are successful as we do have those connections.
Well, you use the word connection, Synergy, connecting with people. Talk about how Synergy is making an impact.
Sure. So just that holistic approach. I'm really fortunate because all of our supporters, we have a lot of community support. The NOMA bid, the Mount Vernon Triangle SID, DuPont Circle bid, Capitol Hill bid, Downtown bid, Union Station Redevelopment Corporation, and Amtrak. For many years now, they have supported and encouraged the H3 project to think outside the box. So Synergy is a product of one of our approaches of outside the box. Many folks in D.C. have never seen a pig, let alone touched one. So just her presence, you can't not smile when you see this. She did gain a little weight, so she's no longer 5 pounds. She's 7.2 as of yesterday, but she brings everyone together, and that's just an amazing thing.
Well, what's been the reaction? How do people react when Synergy is around?
It's amazing. Even I'll be walking along, and those experiencing homelessness that in some cases did not want any case management service. I have one female, known her for about 5 years, 67 years old, not interested, but she saw Synergy. Big smile came over her face. She started laughing, and she's like, "You have a pig." And now, as long as I have Synergy and she's able to pet her, we've ordered her social security card, we've gotten her ID, we've enrolled her in SNAP and Medicaid, enrolled her in housing, everything just because of her. So reaction has really been positive, and not just from the homeless, but from commuters and passengers. One guy flying along from Capitol Hill in his business suit, he was obviously about to miss a train, and then he suddenly stops. He's like, I'm trying to miss it. I'm trying to catch a train before it leaves, and yet there's a pig here. Yeah. What do I have to hurry for? I need to slow down.
Awesome. So. Amy, my last question for you, moving forward, what is your goals, the goals that you have for H3? You're going to expand your service, or you're just going to keep it the way it is and continue to make a difference that way? Talk about the next 5 years.
Well, that's all, of course, and depending on the support we get, we can always do more with more support. Our team can get bigger. We are still a small organization, but I'm always about quality over quantity. So as long as I can maintain the quality that we have had for all these years, then I'm up for expanding. But otherwise, we are very happy to keep going about the way we are.
All right, Amy Angel, and of course, Synergy from H3. You guys are doing amazing work, and thank you so very much for joining us.
Thank you for having us. We appreciate it.